Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber Podcast, episode 81. End of the year talks coming inbound. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. I am your host, Everett, aka 2BCKU, aka the Beast with the Least. I'm a little tired right now for some reason. I don't know what's going on with me. Joining me this week, Devin.
What up, Skank?
And returning, JJ.
Hello there, indeed.
I thought he was going to do one of those sounds that he was playing just before we recorded. Like, that would have been kind of hilarious just to hear, like, I was fully expecting that.
I don't. Maybe we're pretty early.
We're pretty early
early right now.
We're pretty early right now, yeah.
You don't want to blow your load so quickly.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. We got a pretty good amount to talk about. I think I said it last week, right, Devin? I didn't think there was going to be that much to talk about. Because, we didn't have a lot last week. Didn't think we would have gotten that much either. It's the end of the year, there's a couple big things. One of them's kind of an unfortunate, or maybe not an unfortunate, depending on your view of certain stuff. But yeah. We're going to talk about all those things. Plus, as I said last week, we're talking our Game of the Year talk, but also our anti-Game of the Year, non-Game of the Year, un-Game of the Year. I don't know what like games that...
Like, essentially, like our Razzies,
Yeah. Maybe games that weren't as, we'll say, up to par. Yeah. But, I think we're going to have a pretty good little discussion going on with everything. Let's go ahead and get into what we've been playing this past week. JJ, you weren't here, so we'll start with you.
You're gonna start with me today. Oh, okay. I understand. I see how it is.
Well, you weren't here, so 2 weeks.
Escape. So I got some cool drops in the game, so I was pretty excited. The RNG, the luck was in that, so that was cool. Escape from Tarkov. You're playing a lot of that. The Christmas event came out, so now you got to deal with the winter effects now. So if you're not wearing the right headgear, you start freezing and start taking a lot of damage and shit like that now. And you start losing health, hunger, water, thirst or whatever. It gets pretty nuts. So especially in a game where you get one tap in the fucking head, if you don't have a helmet, you're pretty much dead. So. There's some maps that, like, obviously if you go in a building, you're fine. Kind of like another game like Battlefield does the same thing. Kind of those ones. I think Ark, right? Ark has it right now too, where if you're outside, you get frozen and shit. So, there's that. But like, there's some map that like yours in the fucking woods. There's a map called Woods. There's like hardly any buildings. You're just out in the fucking wilderness, so like you need head protection. But it's that map though. When you're playing against people, you're hardly gonna get any gunfights. You're probably gonna get picked off. Like, but other than that, that's really it. The Christmas, I did get some money, so I was gonna download the new the Final Fantasy Tactics for Switch 2, the Chronicles. So I'm kind of excited to download that and play that and try this shit out, bro.
Cool. Devin, you been playing much this past week?
Yeah, I finished Red Dead, the Jack Marston stuff. So now I need to get back into it and do the Undead Nightmare. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, I'm getting over a cold, so I haven't played anything the last couple days. I've been sick, but I also did play some Metroid. I got to the tower where you get your bike, and I've lit up all the tower, or got the electricity to all the towers. But I have my bike in that, and yeah, so been playing that and Red Dead and Clover Pit and some Arc Raiders as well.
Nice. As for me, literally all I have played is Destiny. Just Destiny. Because
Nice.
I love that game. But still, no matter what, no matter how much it hurts me or disappoints me, I still love that game. But I've been playing because, like, again, like I was talking about it, last week or whatever, or the week prior, just whatever. Right now they're doing the Dawning event. That's their Christmas event. It should be over by Tuesday. So I just wanted to get like all the little like challenges they had, so I could get because you could get titles in the game to go underneath your character, like your character. Because obviously it shows either, well, it shows like your gamer tag or whatever you want to call it, depending on what system you're playing on or what platform or whatever. But underneath it, it could be like, oh, you have title Reaper, Dredgen, Conqueror, stuff like that. I wanted to get the Star Baker title for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I have Reaper, so that's the one I use. It's not like I'm going to switch to it. I would like to get the Dredgen one, but I need one more little, I forgot what they're called, little challenge in the Gambit game mode. I don't know. I'm just trying to get stronger. I actually started to do a lot more like dungeon stuff because of the Fire Team Finder. Like I'm able to actually just play dungeons. I don't think I'll be able to do raids because that requires people talking, and I don't know how that's going to be. I don't really want to deal with, talking to people. Dungeons, I don't have to worry about that. It's just we all know what we're supposed to do, and we go ahead and do it and play the dungeon. And so I've been having fun playing dungeons, actually. But yeah, I don't know, man. Destiny kind of pulled me back in for now. I'm like 75 in the rewards pass. Level 75 or whatever. Rank 75. I'm almost done with that. Probably as soon as I get to 110, I might actually stop playing until, I guess it's in March, the next like big update. But it's an update. It's not an expansion. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm enjoying
Tism's kicking in, bro.
Huh?
Your tism's kicking in.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe like stepping away from it after the final shape, was done. I only played maybe like a couple more weeks after that. Then I played the Edge of Fate, expansion, but I didn't really play much after that. That I was just like, it's been a long time since I've actually like had a deep dive on the game and was playing it like so much that I'm just like, oh, I'm back in the groove of it. Probably for, again, maybe when I finish that rewards pass. I mean, I get like that. It's a revolving door with my favorite games, or my favorite franchises. I'll probably, after this, go right back to playing a shit ton of Gears of War again. So, but yeah. Destiny, man. It's got me by the balls. At least for now. But, yeah. You guys want to get into talking about stuff? Or actually, actually, let's talk about Fallout. We could actually now do that first, because that's how I wanted to do it last week, but we're waiting for JJ, and that never happened. So, before...
I had a barbecue, and it kind of lasted a little longer than it was supposed to, because my sister showed up so late. So I'm like, oh.
Good old family in the barbecues. I get that.
Mexican's always showing up late,
And they stay late getting drunk. Yeah. Well, before we get into that talk, just JJ, anything new on your weekly stuff?
Not really, unless like the Escape from Tarkov is doing like this crazy stuff for a new DLC where you could play as one of like a scavenger called a scav, which I'm trying to think like imagine like it's like a free loadout essentially, but it's like a whole little storyline. You play as like an actual like home, like it's like really poor dude that's in like the area, and you play as them, right? But now you can actually like level up your character as that, so they have better stats, better gear. You have a little hideout for them, and they're gonna have the stuff you can collect. You can upgrade your house in the game for that. Supposedly that's what we're working on as a DLC. Since I have the expensive version, I'll get that for free. Unless they fucking be all weird about it.
Unless they do that. Didn't they do something bullshitty like that before?
Yeah. Like Yeah, so like unless they say something weird about it, but that's really it.
All right. Well, okay. Let's just go ahead and get into the Fallout talk of the week then.
But,
So, all right. So yeah, Fallout Season 2, Episode 2. I don't remember what the name of the episode was. Yeah, it came out last week, and I very much enjoyed it. I think I'd give this one like an 7 and 8. Again, it was still a little bit more set up. They moved some of the plot stuff along, but clearly, obviously, still just ramping up. I'm assuming this season is 10 episodes. You don't want to obviously, like you said earlier, blow your load. Yeah. No, it's a very good episode. What'd you guys think? I'm assuming both of you obviously watched it, right?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. I liked how I'm blanking a name on the one guy that like let all the people out of the
You were
like their
talking about
cryo
that. Yeah,
chambers.
you were talking about that.
But like yeah, like I
You
don't know,
thought it
like
was
his
the other
like whole
one, right?
speech to like get them like I don't know, like to, like his little speech to get them all to follow him essentially. I was like, damn. Like they're like, oh, he's like, I'm gonna give you like stickers. And I was like, and then they all like are like, oh hell yeah. And they all started working together. I was like, man, like it felt like a little bit. I know they're doing like a Fallout Shelter like reality TV series, but like that's what it kind of felt like that they were like working together to, um, you know, make their little shelter work together. So I like that part.
I just looked it up. It's 8 episodes, and last season was 8 episodes. For some reason I thought it was 10, but that should have. Duh. Of course, it's 8 episodes. Is there any fucking shows that are 10 episodes nowadays?
I don't know, probably not.
You know what? I know what it is. Spartacus House of Asher, I think, is 10 episodes. And so was Dexter
Actually,
Resurrection.
how is Spartacus still on TV?
So I've been watching that show because they did the whole, like, you get stars for a year for, like,
$1?
I think it was like it was like $12, so you basically paid $1 per month. It was like, oh, pay $12 now, and you get it for the whole year. So I said, fuck it. So I've been watching Spartacus House of Asher. It's a good show. Don't get me wrong. I actually was very much like, kind of, very not hopeful with it at first because of what they were focusing on in the trailers with the whole like, oh, let's give them something they've never seen, a strong black woman who's gonna be a fucking gladiator for us and this and that. But like, they're not doing the whole girl boss thing. She is very much like going through the not Spartacus like character arc, but she's clearly outmatched, and she's been having to very much like, okay, she's got to get better and all this stuff. It is a little slow. I thought it was going to be more focused on the gladiatorial stuff and all that stuff, but it seems to be more just focused on what's going on with like the treachery with all the characters trying to kind of fuck each other over and all that stuff, and the gladiator stuff's kind of just a background. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you liked Spartacus, you'll like it, but it's clearly like if I were to rank the seasons, this would, unless something like really ramps up and it goes like whoa, holy shit, this would probably be the worst season of the show. Still not bad, but like a bad season of television. It's just like, I don't know. I just kind of wish that they didn't call it Spartacus House of Asher. I wish they would have just called it maybe just House of Asher. But I understand, like, you can't do that when you want brand recognition stuff and all that, but yeah. I will say, I know that if you've watched the original show before or whatever, they kind of maybe hint that the gods are real with some of the like timing of things, but this one kind of just straight up says like, yeah, the gods are real with how they bring the Asher character back to life. Spoiler alert for Spartacus. Shit, I don't remember the name of the second season. The second season of Spartacus. They have different like.
You're getting derailed. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So yeah, this one, yes, they basically straight up like, oh yeah, the god of the underworld is like, yeah, we're gonna resurrect you and give you a life that you never had, that could have happened if you didn't die, and then boom. But yeah, I don't know, it's pretty good. You know, it's got all the nudity and gore and cussing that you expect from a Spartacus show. So yeah, I don't know. How did we get in that? Oh, shows about doing 10 episodes. I'm not used. I'm not used to that actually, because I think even isn't the latest season of? Well, I guess now it's the final season of Stranger Things. Isn't it 8 episodes? Although they're releasing them in chunks.
Yeah, but those are like an hour, like 3 hours long.
So no, they're not.
I feel like better.
They're not.
Well, okay, they're all pretty long.
They're all like an hour long. The last episode is going to be 2 hours. 2 hours and 8 minutes, I think I saw. Which, another side tangent. If you've been watching, I don't know if you guys watch Strange Things. Man, that second chunk of episodes, they should not have done what they did. They should have just released those first 7 episodes and then release the season finale. Because those 3 episodes are not good. They're not good. The first half, good. That second half so far, oh man, they need to stick the landing so badly with the last episodes, which coming out this Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, comes out Wednesday. Yeah. Besides, bro, like we already know it's gonna end when fucking is it Eddie or whatever, right? The one that died in the last season.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be the dungeon master. He's like, okay, guys, that's the game. Wrap it up, bros. Wrap it up. Like that was a good D&D
You know,
session, boys.
that has been like a theory that like it's gonna turn out it was like them playing a fucking what do you call it the whole time. And if that happens, I might actually throw something at my TV.
And Barbara's still dead. She's actually died though.
All right, we're getting off the topic so hard. All right, so yeah, JJ, what did you like the episode? Or at least maybe the first 2 episodes now.
Yeah, I like the second one a little bit more, but yeah, just because I like more of the Brother Steel. I'm a sucker for Brother Steel stuff. So when I started seeing more of that shit, I got kind of hyped when they saw Area 51. I'm like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah. I've actually seen a few people complaining about like how the characterization of the Brotherhood of Steel is that like
a bunch of fucking retards.
No, maybe not the characters.
Like
how there's such a big focus and all this stuff. Like, oh, they're like, as the kids say, they're glazing the shit out of them or whatever. And I'm like, have you guys not paid attention to the series? Like the video game series? They're like the cover of every game. I'm like,
oh boy.
Yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel is. I think there's legitimately a game called Brotherhood of Steel. Like, they're a big focus. It's like it's called Fallout. It's like called Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. It's like I think it's.
You think about like PS2 or something?
It was on PlayStation 2. Yeah, I think it on original Xbox.
Maybe.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, also that movie.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
That move where that guy stabs him and like where he's like, you know, stabs that one guy, like I don't know, he redirects the knife and stabs him in the stomach. That was a pretty sweet move too.
Yeah, that was. So yeah, it was on PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. That one's more like a top-down, kind of like a Diablo-style game though.
Well, that's the original ones too. Fallout 1 and 2 were also.
Oh yeah.
Like Diablo. So I don't know what you mean like Diablo.
I mean, more action-y, not as RPG like. That's what I mean. More action-y, more action combat. That's what I meant. But yeah, no, I do like what they're doing with Maximus's character, because they're obviously clearly setting up that, like, you know, yes, he is.
Mhm.
That's it. He's like in, but he's not in. That like at some point he's going to, you know, betray them, and they're going to be the bad guys. Like that's what I think. So I mean, you kind of have to, you know. So I like what they're doing with him. That like they're trying to make because obviously in the first season he was kind of a bumbling idiot. So this is supposed to make him like a hardened like warrior or whatever. I'm all for that. Like because they're doing something similar with Lucy's character too. With like even though they want to make her like she keeps talking about like I'm still a good person. I'm still a good person. Like she keeps seeing stuff that's like oh I should have just not done that. Like in the first episode, when she's talking with the guys, like, hey, if we don't, fight, we could just all live. But could you give us some money still? And then they start shooting at her anyway, and she's like, shit. It was like, yeah, you don't trust these people. And same thing with like she saved that woman over fucking Ghoul, and she leads her to fucking that people that clearly are gonna do something nefarious. They want to do something. So I don't know. I don't know if it means that they're gonna want to erase completely Lucy being like, more positive and make her like that, or try and do. I assume they're gonna want to make like a mixture, right? Because she is the lead character.
Unless they're trying to make it like how us players can either choose to be good or bad. Like has just those choices to make it like we're essentially Lucy as the player in the game. You know what I mean? So that's just my take on it, but we'll find out in later episodes.
Yeah. Then we get more with the dad doing his experiment with that like mind control thing and all that stuff. They didn't do any flashbacks, right? Oh, they did do.
Oh yeah, in the beginning.
No, in the beginning, yeah, they did do a flashback. Oh yeah, showing the actual bomb going off. I still find it funny that Maximus survives by being in a fucking fridge, like
the Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's like Indiana Jones survived too.
Huh? I know there was like a film theory about it that like he legit would have survived being inside of that fridge, like a nuclear explosion, but you don't survive like getting flung across the fucking like
yeah, like the forest and shit. Yeah, you'll be dead inside from that, right?
like,
like the impact of just being flung in the fridge.
Like okay, fine, he survives. Like yeah, that could be believable, but he's not surviving the impact of hitting the ground after getting fucking like just fucking yeeted into the sky. Like it's not happening, man. Well, yeah.
It's not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude. Well, you know what? Maybe he could. There was legitimately a woman was this is a real thing. Look it up. A woman was skydiving. Her shit didn't fucking work, and she hit the ground. She broke bones, but she fucking lived. Like I'm not.
I heard that.
Yeah, this is a real thing. Yeah, I'm not. I'm never.
Yeah,
I'm never fucking sky.
How much would you skydive if it guaranteed the Clippers to win a championship?
I'm telling you right now, no. Okay,
Pussy.
I will skydive if it guarantees them a championship, but I see it first because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die if I skydive because I will pass out. Because no,
dude, not only that, dude, you're with a dude, bro. Like you're with a person. Like you're strapped from a person in the front.
No.
Like, you don't control anything for like what
I just
5
don't
balls or
trust
some
it.
shit.
I don't trust, dude. Like my supervisor went on vacation to Mexico recently, and he showed me some of the things he was gonna do, like go to the pyramids there, the Aztec pyramids or whatever.
Shouldn't use penis.
Yeah. For some reason, there was a picture of his dick. I was like, oh, and he's like, oh shit, you weren't supposed to see that. But dude, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go hot air ballooning. I was like, you're fucking nuts. You will never catch me dead in a fucking hot air balloon. However high up.
Hot air is pretty nuts, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared of heights too, but fuck, bro. I wouldn't mind skydiving though. Just say fuck it, bro.
Cause look, I know me. I couldn't look over. I would not be able to look over. Like I remember when me and Devin, like we went to Minnesota to go see the Chargers Vikings game a couple years ago or whatever it was. I almost passed out looking out the window of the plane. I almost passed out. And clearly I'm not falling out of a plane. If I looked over a fucking hot air balloon, like the basket or whatever, I would probably pass out and fall out. And that's it. Fall out!
You're not that tall. You would pass out. You'd just fall into the inside.
I'm 5'2". Okay. Fuck you.
Yeah, you're not that tall. The basket's what, 5 feet?
Is that a thing that is known?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up real quick. Hot air balloon.
Probably not 5. It's probably like
it's 3 to 4 feet tall, with some larger
so
commercial ones reaching
you'd
closer
barely
to
be able
6
to
feet.
see over.
Okay, so fuck you. I could see. It's 4 feet.
You'd have to get on my shoulders to see out of that thing.
Oh my god. But yeah. Anyways. Fallout.
So, episode 100, we're skydiving, right?
Oh my
Hell
god.
yeah.
Well, podcasting.
What about bungee jumping? I've gone bungee jumping.
Fuck, I've never.
My fat ass, the thing would fucking snap.
Dude,
They
people
add
in a
more.
fucking
They
wheelchair,
add more.
bro.
Yeah, they add more rubber for your. They weigh you. Before, so that way they accurately give you the correct amount of slack.
Yeah,
They're
right.
not gonna give you this.
They're gonna look at me and be like,
Like,
"How are
dude.
you 5'2", 200 pounds?" And I'm like, "I like to eat, man. Don't know what to tell you."
You're like, ask Never's mom.
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Every
you know I'm
time I
not
go
gonna
over,
say
she
it.
feeds me breakfast when I spend the night.
Like,
Like, damn. And I never been skydiving. I mean, bungee. I don't think I've been bungee jumping.
Pretty
Like legit. Maybe there's like the when you're
Look
like
at-
little, there's like the little.
I'm gonna tell you right
weird
now.
ones, but-
if you do bungee jumping, you're officially a white boy, JJ. Because only white people do that kind of shit. Only white people are like, you know what sounds so fucking fun? I'm gonna jump across the Grand Canyon in a fucking dirt bike. Like
I
with
think
no,
you're describing a Simpsons episode.
probably.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Simpsons
only
did it.
like if you look at dude, look at Daredevils. Look at Daredevil, not the comic book character for you guys. I'm talking about look at like people who get high on adrenaline by doing death-defying stunts. They're all fucking white people. And white people are the only ones who have the fucking like just no brain to be like, I'm gonna do this. This sounds fun. You know what sounds fun? I'm gonna fight 10 cobras. Yeah, I could do that. Like fuck no. What is wrong with? There's something wrong with you white people. I don't know. What's wrong with you guys? White people
Nothing.
have a death wish, I think. Like, there's just like white people are like, you know what sounds fun? I'm gonna jump a tricycle out of a fucking jet. I'm gonna just get ejected out. I'm gonna have a parachute and I'm gonna fucking go down this mountain. I'm gonna fucking land perfectly like a
Don't
GTA.
disrespect our culture like that.
Like we want to be daredevils,
I
right?
think the only thing I've really done for like bungee shit is like when you're like in the ball, right? It's like a slingshot. You know, you get in there and they just fucking launches you. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. It's like you sit down. We've seen some Instagram reels where like they just throw and like people like scream and they pass the fuck out or something.
Everyone's like, white people have no culture. Our culture is doing stupid things.
Doing stupid things for the adrenaline rush. Like, because you guys apparently think it's GTA in real life.
Is it not?
I mean, you know, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, I guess. All right. But yeah, that's our Fallout talk. So far, good season. I'm enjoying what's going. We're, you know, I'm
excited.
Still, so far, the best adaptation of a video game so far.
But like people would say though, it's not copying the actual game, so it's not really an adaptation. That's why it's gonna lose next year.
Yeah,
that's why Last of Us won.
Last of Us won because
Sonic 3 wasn't on there. That's fucking clearly.
I'm still like in awe of like the sheer stupidity it takes to not nominate Sonic 3. Like, let alone it didn't win, obviously, but to just not have it. Or fucking the latest season of Twisted Metal, which
Oh yeah, Twisted Metal. Yeah, they had that, but they have like fucking Splinter Cell. Like, I forgot that fucking came out. You know, like, he just came and went. Like, that was it.
exactly. Dude, when it came out, I was like, wait, there was a Splinter Cell show coming out? I don't even remember that. I swear.
I thought we talked about it like
I guess we
months
talked.
ago.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm assuming we talked about it, but I never saw any marketing, so I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, okay, there's Sonic, there's Twisted Metal is the one that I kind of seen more shit. Well, obviously Minecraft, but yeah, like Last of Us fucking went from okay to thing. And then the funny thing was the best episode from season 1 was the episode where it was not even in the fucking game, so that adaptation was just out of its own ass. Like it was just filling a filler story. That was the best episode. But people were saying that's the best adaptation, bro. That's why people start arguing. It's just dumb as shit, bro. And then I'm gonna be a dad bullshit, dude. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off.
All
like
right.
that one to compare Sonic, bro.
All right. Let's go ahead and move now into the week of gaming news. My cat just ran in here, and she is hungry, even though she literally ate probably not that long ago. I have a fat cat. Jesus Christ. All right.
You know, they often say cats and dogs take after their owners.
I take after their owners. So I guess I'm a chonkers too. All right.
No, I think a pussy.
Oh my god. All right, let's get into the news of the week, and then we'll talk about our game of the year stuff. All right. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to start with a sad story. So this literally happened. The day after we recorded, last Monday, December 22nd. Or I think it happened the 21st, maybe, but it didn't get reported until 22nd. I'm still kind of foggy on that. But Respawn Studio head, and he was, I guess, Battlefield Studios, maybe the head of Battlefield Studios, I don't know. But yeah, Vince Zampella died in a car crash. He was 55. Now, I don't know. We could get into the talk if you guys want, about like the speeding stuff. If you don't, like, that's, cool too. I was more like to focus on what he did for the industry over, admittedly, yes, a stupid thing that he did in speeding in a vehicle, but
No, the thing is, like, I guess that the tunnel is notorious for like not being able to see shit because again, it's just so dark in there. And then once you get to the light, it's it's like getting out of a movie theater. Like you're blinded by the fucking darkness.
yeah.
So like I think that's what caused it. He was going fast, speedy car. Okay, who would in a fucking brand new like Ferrari like that shit, right? And then he just got fucked up because again he just miscalculated the fucking light blinding him when he got out.
Yeah.
That's my thing on it. That's it. We're gonna talk about the games. That's it.
Yeah. So here's basically like his resume. So years ago, this guy worked on, like, when you think of shooters, like I made a video I put out or whatever, like the day after. Like I said, this guy needs to be on like the Mount Rushmore when you think of like people who were important to the shooters. Guys like John Carmack, or I'm forgetting the guy. I think it's Joseph Staten from Bungie and stuff like that or whatever. Like he needs to be on that Mount Rushmore of guys when it comes to first-person shooters because of what, specifically the Call of Duty franchise, obviously, what it's done, in how it changed first-person shooters forever.
Childhood, bro.
Yeah,
Childhood
but so
shit, bro.
Yeah, before Call of Duty, so before that, he was at EA, he worked on Medal of Honor. Then there was the whole thing where, the split up with EA. He founded Infinity Ward. That's, they created Call of Duty, which, is it's Call of Duty. I don't think we need to say much more. It's been a juggernaut for damn near 20 years, ever since 2007, right? Is when Modern Warfare 1, the original Modern Warfare, came out.
That is correct.
And then after, there was a whole split up between Activision and him, and I think it was Robert West. I think it's the name of the guy. They took a bunch of people from Infinity Ward and founded Respawn Entertainment, which created Titanfall. Which, I mean, I maintain that if EA would not have fucked over Titanfall 2, and if they'd have just kept at it, Titanfall would have been like, it would have been one of those franchises that's just like, oh yeah, I think it honestly did have a good chance to take over as the first, like the FPS that just is above all. Because I put so many hours in that first one. I didn't put nearly as many into Titanfall 2, but like, you know, Titanfall 2 still had such like a great campaign, and it was still fun. Maybe some of the changes I didn't like with, you know, some of the, like, they tried to add a little bit more class system, whatever, but like obviously a third game remedies that, you know, maybe with like, oh, you know what, it wasn't as popular, we're gonna go back to what worked, and this is that. So yeah, also Respawn Entertainment, he's not the one who created it. I think it's the guy who worked on God of War 2, I believe, or God of War 3, I think it's God of War 3 is Stig Asmussen, who he did the, you know, they do the Star Wars Jedi. But obviously, you know, he's the head of Respawn Entertainment. He's got some input most likely. Also, you know, they created Apex Legends. But then EA made him the head of Battlefield Studios. And, you know, Battlefield 6 obviously was it was after Battlefield 2042 as well. So Battlefield 6 is him, you know, having that resurgence in the Battlefield. Him. Yeah, like, yeah, you know how people say that? I'm him. Like, he is him. You know? Like, this guy is that guy. He is that guy. When it comes to first-person shooters, like, this guy, that's why I said he needs to be on the Mount Rushmore. Whether you like some of the series that he's made, like Call of Duty or Battlefield or Titanfall or not, or whatever, you can't deny what he did to the industry. You know, like I said, it started with Doom being like, okay, here's what first-person shooters are. To Halo, this is how first-person shooters can work on a controller and on console. And then to Call of Duty, which is him, and this is how first-person shooters are now. Like, that's how it goes. So, yeah, like, again, you know, regardless of your feelings of how he died, like, the industry did lose a legitimate, like, legend of gaming. Like, yeah. I know, you know.
Crazy, bro. You know, he's probably with the VGAs, right? It's all those people, and then just a week and a half later, just gone. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, like, life can just be poof.
Well, because too, like, the thing is, like, I talked about it even earlier too, or I talked about it too in my video. It's just like seeing this kind of stuff, just like, you know, movies have been around for years. Music, or fucking nearly a century, or whatever it is. Music has been around since basically dawn of time or whatever. Video games, as we know them, basically have only really been around since like maybe the late 70s, you could say, but really didn't like come into its own until like the 80s, like early 80s. Like then, like, oh, this is what video games are now. Before, they were still kind of just arcade games that got put, you know, they were just ported, like, oh, now you can play it on your Atari or whatever. But then, like, oh, Nintendo and Sega and Atari too, like, oh, no, we're just gonna make stuff that's specific to this. So, like, the gaming industry is still relatively young compared to those industries. So seeing, you know, we're now starting to see these people who are prominent figureheads and prominent figures in gaming, like, yeah, like, they're getting older or something like that happens. And they're starting to go, like, we talked about it, you know, earlier in the year. Itagaki, you know, the guy who Ninja Gaiden and, well, modern day Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive, like, you know, and you even go just in the, you know, nerd sphere, geek sphere or whatever, like, you know, within the past, like, you know, 5-6 years, you got like the creator of Berserk passing away, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passing away, fucking Akira Toriyama, the creator of fucking Dragon Ball, passing away. Like, you know, I know those aren't video game stuff, but it's like in that like that realm of like, you know, stuff like that. It's just now we're
Yeah, but they
starting to
wouldn't
see
have
that.
made Dragon Ball Z video games or Yu-Gi-Oh video games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Had those guys not made those things, so
yeah,
it's related.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it's just the.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, actually, he did. He was like a huge part of Akira Toriyama was like a huge part of working on that. What
Like
was
Dragon
it?
Quest.
Dragon Quest. He like actually was part of that. Like, oh, I'm gonna do the art and all. And for I forgot like something with sand in it. It came out like I think it came out last year. I don't remember the game, but he did the artwork for that as well. So he did actually work like, you know, in a certain capacity, like in the video game industry, Akira Toriyama. So, yeah, like, and again, obviously he didn't, you know, Vince Zampella didn't die of old age or whatever, but like, yeah, you know, we're seeing this start to happen a little bit more and more. Where we're losing prominent figures, prominent people in the gaming industry, and all stuff. Oh, he also worked. Akira Toriyama also worked on Chrono Trigger. I forgot about that.
Chrono Trigger. That's the one. Yeah. I can tell like all the fucking characters. It's like fuck.
But yeah, I don't know. Devin, you haven't been like what are your thoughts on all of it?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's nothing I can say that you haven't said about like his gaming resume. It just, I don't know. It sucks the way he died because, like, I don't know. If you really want to make a car and go fast, like, I don't know, and you obviously have a lot of money, like, I don't know, go to a NASCAR track and you know let it rip out there, go really fast there, and like JJ mentioned, like, yeah, you go in and out of tunnels, like you don't have the best eyesight, and I don't know. It just sucks because it's like, he could have done so, like he did. Like that's the crazy thing. Like he's only 55. Like you probably could have like 10, 15 more years of making games.
Yeah,
And now, like obviously all the people in his life, not just like his video game life, but like there's 10, 15 years of games that won't have his influence.
yeah,
So it just sucks.
yeah. All right, so yeah, regardless, rest in peace, Vincent Pella. Uh,
Mm.
his
But I think it's just, yeah, like a
Yes.
reminder to just, I think it's, yeah, rest in peace. I think it's just a reminder, always, you don't want to live life too cautiously, but like, I don't know, maybe,
use some caution.
yeah, like think about it, be like, yeah, I know we're on a closed highway or whatever, but like, I don't know, like, and again, I don't know, like I don't know, his driving resume. Maybe he was a really good driver and just is a freak accident. It's just, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. All right then. Let's move to the next thing. So 007 First Light has now been delayed. I don't remember when it was supposed to come
In
out,
May,
but
right?
it's
It
been delayed.
was coming out in
It's
March,
supposed to
right?
come
It
out
was
in
coming out in
March,
March.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
March.
just a couple months.
So now it's coming out May 27th, 2026.
Which sucks ass. That's like fucking the same, almost really close to fucking Batman.
Yeah. They put out a statement. The game is progressing well and is fully playable from beginning to end. So these additional 2 months will allow us to further polish and refine the experience, ensuring we deliver the strongest possible version at launch. Yeah. I mean, it's only 2 months, so it doesn't look like, it's that bad. You know, like, oh, fuck, what are we going to do? They're like scrambling and they probably just want a little extra time. But yeah, two more months. Like, that kind of sucks.
But I don't know. Gives us time to catch up on our backlog, right?
I
Rinsky.
mean, yeah,
Hey,
yeah. No, you're right. I know I have a few things I got to get through. I still got to get through Outer Worlds 2, the Red Dead Redemption remaster. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, more time to be able to play. Because Devin, we were
Yeah,
talking
we're gonna be
about it.
playing fucking Resident Evil 9, so that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously all the new games coming out too. We're gonna be able to play. I think it's just like I was looking for like other games, like or like scheduled shit. Like okay, this is gonna be this time of the month. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play that. And then okay, in May we're gonna play Batman and shit like that. But it's like also the same time as Batman. Fuck, Because fuck, the Diablo expansion comes out in April, I think.
Is it April? You might be right on that one.
Usually I am.
Okay, dude. If I look now, I could actually look at it. I have my Xbox on. It'll probably show me April 27th. Yeah.
You're up.
But yeah. 2 more months, and yeah. Luckily, it's a single player game, so it's one of those games that it's not like we can go through it on at our own pace. So. All right. Let me see. So, okay, let's talk some Zelda. So, Eiji and Aonuma. Fuck. Let's try saying that 5 times fast. Eiji Aonuma, the producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I guess he had like an interview with a Japanese news site 4Gamer. I swear I've never heard of that one. That's Japanese. Why would I have heard of it? But yeah, he had an interview. He basically talked about the future of the franchise. But, whatever, all that stuff is just normal, except for the fact that he said that they're going to be looking at the latest Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment as an influence for the next mainline Legend of Zelda game. My brother actually told me about this like a day before I saw like IGN and all that reporting about it. So I didn't even know if I wanted to talk about this because it's just kind of a normal interview. Like, oh yeah, the games are going to be da-da-da-da. But for him to like, say like, oh yeah, but we're all going to look at Hyrule Warriors as an influence. I don't know. I wouldn't assume that they're going to make it, like that, but
The story?
maybe the story. That's actually what my brother said, that maybe they're going to use like the story stuff as inspiration. But I was thinking like maybe that they might want to make the next one more hack and slashy, maybe more like Darksiders. Like I don't know if you realize, but the Darksiders games are heavily influenced by Zelda. So, I mean, obviously like Devil May Cry and God of War as well, but I was thinking, I'm like, would they do that maybe? Make it like a Darksiders, like Darksiders 2 specifically is way more Zelda-esque in its like how you go through things and everything. So I don't know. Or maybe multiplayer. It's iffy on what
Yeah,
he meant.
I don't know. Can we get rid of the shit where the weapons fucking break?
Yeah, fucking the
That's all I care about.
Honestly, I
durability.
don't really care about that. Like, that's fine. Maybe I just think that they should. I'm fine with the weapons like breaking and all that stuff, but I think what they need to do, like, let's say they don't make a sequel to Tears of the Kingdom, but they're gonna still go with that style of game where it's a big open world and all whatever. Add a little meter so I know if the weapon's gonna break or not soon. Like, and maybe like have the ability to fix them up. Like, I know that probably takes out, some of that, like, oh, but you need to scavenge and all this stuff. But like,
Well, not if you. I
fine.
mean, not really. If you could just scavenge for materials to repair it. Like,
yeah, then you got to scavenge for materials and all that stuff.
It's not like you're not saying give me a repair option that's like, free.
Yeah. No, because I know that wasn't as popular, obviously, that feature that weapons can break. But I think there's a good middle ground that if, like, fine, weapons are still going to break, but we'll give them a little bit more, quote unquote, health. You can repair them. And here's a little meter so you know if your weapon's about to break. And maybe, if anything, too, you could just have an option to maybe turn that feature off in the menu. Like, you can't repair weapons. Maybe that it doesn't affect the health, but it's like, of the weapon or whatever, like the lifespan of the weapon. It's like, you can't repair them and you don't see the little meter. I don't know. For the people who still do enjoy, or maybe not enjoy, but don't mind it as much, and it's just like, yeah, go ahead. I don't know. I mean, I get people didn't like that feature again, like I said, but I find it more interesting in if they're gonna go with that. Like, if they're gonna go with just a more traditional Zelda game in the vein of like Ocarina of Time or Skyward Sword or something, then yeah, that's obviously, don't do that. Don't have degrading weapons. Like, just give me a regular ass Zelda game. But I mean, the thing I'm wondering is, are they even going to make a traditional Zelda game like that? Because like I said, when my brother had brought this to me, like brought it up to me or whatever, we were like thinking about it, and like there hasn't been, since Skyward Sword, there hasn't been a brand new Zelda game in that style. You've had remakes of like top down ones, and then obviously like, remasters, remakes of like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. But every brand new Zelda game that's come out has not been like that. You've had the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom games, which are open world, I don't know, they don't light puzzles with, RPG elements and all that stuff. And then there's Echoes of Wisdom, which doesn't have the traditional combat either. It's, it's got that wand where you can like make enemies to fight for you and items to move around for puzzles and traversing and all that stuff. So yeah, obviously we've had like Hyrule Warriors games too, but I mean, maybe just make a traditional Zelda game first before you start using other games, or a side game, a sub-series from that franchise, like as an inspiration. I don't know. Or maybe they just want to make Zelda because, it's Zelda and they think they can do it. Like, maybe they want to try and keep experimenting with Zelda games because that seems to be the series where they do it the most.
You gotta do fuckers about it.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's a small update, kind of, on the next Zelda game. Fuck, whenever that is. Who knows?
Switch 3 launch title?
Yeah, maybe. I think that he talked about, like, that they wanted to have a launch title for Switch 2, and he was kind of like a little upset that Hyrule Warriors is the first Zelda game on Switch 2 or some shit like that. I don't remember. Yeah. All right. Let's this is a quick one. So I hope you two were just busy as fuck on Christmas and didn't want to play video games because we had some outages going on. Let me see. Steam was affected. Epic Games. PlayStation.
PlayStation? Okay, I knew that shit was gonna be.
Yeah.
When isn't PlayStation down?
Well, not Epic Games, but Epic Online Services or whatever. So that like affected like Fortnite.
No, I thought Fortnite was down. Yeah.
Arc Raiders, Fall Guys.
Like,
yeah.
And then after RuneScape was fine. Tarkov was fine. That was good, man.
So yeah, that I like how you said PlayStation. Like, I put it in the thing to talk about as a mini story, but we kind of combine it with this. Like, that whole like you like mentioning PlayStation or like saying it that way. Like, oh yeah, of course they were part of this. Like, they have. There's also that thing of like they have the security flaw where like even like the what do you call it, the passkey or whatever, the two passkey authentication bullshit.
Multi-factor
Yeah, whatever.
authentication.
Still doesn't fucking work. Like to help with hacks. So like, there's not really much to that. It's just it's a thing that like, oh shit, that's a thing. Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't play games on Christmas. I was busy. Just
Kissing underneath the mistletoe.
something like that. You could say. You could say that. So, I mean, doesn't this kind of happen every Christmas?
Yeah, now unfortunately it does now.
I
That's when
swear,
it comes
yeah.
out, it's like, oh, can't play Xbox. The Xbox is down. All that shit because people want to be funny.
Yeah, I'm like, I swear we always have this. Like the holidays are always just like, oh yeah, everything's down. And
Because like people again, a lot of those companies don't fucking. They're kind of like, okay, we're good, we're chill. Let's just. Well, they're gonna be with their families and shit, hanging out, chilling. So everybody's on the hanging out. So then hackers come in and like, well, nobody's at the office, so fuck it, dude. So obviously what we're gonna talk about.
you know what? Yeah. So yeah, that was the thing, the Christmas outage. Not much to it, but you know what? You mentioned it. We're gonna talk about it now. So we're gonna talk about the Ubisoft hack. Actually, isn't this another hack? Didn't they have one a few years back or some shit?
Maybe.
The Apex
Probably.
one was hacked.
I don't know. So Ubisoft, they some hackers breached their fucking systems. They got terabytes of internal source code, repositories, whatever. That's like for all their games, SDKs, tools, services from the 1990s to now. Like things literally from fucking 30 years ago. Not only that, specifically, I guess they not went after, but they focused their attention on Rainbow Six Siege. Mm-hmm. And they just like they gave random players, according to this, billions of Rainbow Six credits.
Mm-hmm.
There was rare unreleased skins that just got unlocked on some accounts. According to this, it was like $13 million in real value of virtual currency were given out. All this stuff. Accounts did get banned, but then were unbanned. Ubisoft, yeah, they put out their statement saying, yeah, this was a breach. That's why they shut down servers and everything, so they could like obviously contain everything and try and fix it. But they also did come out and say like players aren't going to be punished for spending the credits and getting them and all that stuff, but they were going to be like rescinding all that shit. So like if you bought stuff or you happen to have some of those skins unlocked, like that, yeah, you're not going to be able to keep it. So, but yeah, another fucking hack in the video game industry. I mean, they're not as, I swear they were a little bit more prevalent, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Specifically, like, I mean, obviously we've had some major hacks too, but like specifically during like the 360, PS3, and the One PS4 generation, like that's when you seem to have more. Obviously there was like the big PlayStation 3 thing, which is why I mentioned the whole they have a fucking security flaw in their system. But then yeah, we're talking about this like. But there's been Capcom. They had that big hack, right? That's why I swear there was another Ubisoft hack before, and that's how we found out about some like Assassin's Creed games or some shit, didn't we? I could be completely wrong, but yeah.
Could be.
Probably are.
Maybe. So yeah, I mean, I just find it funny that like this happens because Ubisoft has like for the past 2 or 3 years, like they just can't catch a break, man. Like when was the last time? When was the last time you saw like some super positive like story about a Ubisoft, like anything? Like when was the last time?
Like amount.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, oh, this game's getting shut down. This game did poorly. Oh, we're selling off assets. Whatever it is. Like, they just don't seem to come out and are like, yeah, no, everything, is awesome. We're having the time of our lives. No, it's always like, yeah, yeah.
Like it's like the I don't know, the scene in The Hangover. We fucked up. We fucked up.
Yeah, we fucked up. Yeah, it just. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just. It is. It is
like it
comical.
is what it is.
It's like comical, yeah. At this point, like how they're just like, yeah, we got a hack and we're gonna do this, but hey, more bad news.
Can you come play our game, please?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, bad publicity is better than no publicity, right, guys? Right? Yeah, dude. They're talking about us. We're trending on Twitter.
Yeah, no shit, huh? All right. Let's see. What's this next thing? Oh, have you guys seen the Predator Badlands movie?
Yeah,
No.
shot opening night.
Wait, you haven't seen it, Devin?
Nope.
Oh. Wait, JJ, you said you saw it then, right?
Yeah, shot opening night.
Yeah. Devin, actually, you should probably go see it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I will not. I'll watch it when it comes out on digital.
I mean, don't you have $5 movie theater Tuesdays?
I think it's a movie theater anymore.
Oh, it might not be, huh? No! I think I saw that it was still in theaters.
I don't think it
Didn't that movie
is.
come out in fucking October?
Yeah, but I think I thought, well, maybe it's cheap
No, November.
theaters.
It came out.
I think it's cheap
came out
theaters.
early November.
I think it's cheap theaters that are around me. Like that keep movies long after they're fucking...
I'm not gonna waste babysitting days on fucking Predator Badlands.
Okay, well, I mean, if you watch the movie, I thought it was pretty good. I actually very much enjoyed it. But I don't have the affinity for the original Predator like that some people do, that are like, I hope this isn't what Predator is going to become. So yeah, I will say it's a little Marvel-esque and like MCU-esque or whatever in some of the like dialogue and comedy. But yeah, so yeah, Hideo Kojima, of Death Stranding fame. I don't think he's made anything else, right? That's really prominent in his career. But yeah,
Some fucking weird game called Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, I think he made. Yeah, I think that was years ago or something. Yeah, it's some indie game called Metal Gear. But yeah, so Hideo Kojima said that he's interested in making a Predator Badlands video game. The quote is, that felt quite game-like, traveling with Elle Fanning on your back. It was like an interview he had, I guess.
Like, I bet he wants more feet. He wants more feet.
Jesus Christ.
He's coming.
Well, no, so like I said, I mean, no, it kind of...
Kojima is fucking Quentin Tarantino in the fucking gaming industry right now.
No, but honestly, the movie does feel a little bit kind of like a video game in how some of the stuff, like the character, I guess, I don't know, light spoilers, in how he finds upgrades and stuff. And yeah, Elle Fanning basically is like the secondary character. And like, yeah, the in the video game, they'd be like your, like your, like for Zelda as an example, your fairy that talks to you like, oh, if you do this, this is something. You should do this. This looks like you could climb up onto, that character that tells you stuff. Well, you guys have played Metroid, right? Don't they have characters like that?
But you scan, you use your fucking visor.
But I thought
So,
there was characters that are like, "Hey, Samus, it looks like you could do that. Why don't you try doing that, Samus?"
not the original Pokemon, right?
No, the new one.
You
Yeah,
gotta
not
figure-
really.
The new one, well, I think the guy ducks you, but most of the time he's gone now. From
No.
what I mean, I think Devin and I are the same part anyway. But I don't know, he's just here and there. Like
Yeah.
the original Metro, you good luck walking around.
Well, yeah.
Figure it out.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Figure it out. I don't know. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I got this new beam.
Like,
Where
that's
do
cool.
I go now?
Like,
Yeah.
that's cool for
Yeah,
you.
now
Good for
now
you.
you gotta fucking go through a mind of a fucking 10-year-old. Like, what do I do with this now? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But yeah, that's how I guess OG games were, right? Just get something you gotta figure it out. Like, oh wait, that was for this puzzle. There's no more hand holding anymore. Well, no hand holding back in the original fucking gaming days. But
So, yeah. I mean, I'd actually kind of be
They're kinda
down
cool.
for a Predator Badlands video game. There's a few things that I think would work really well as a video game. If you like, oh, we're going to make a video game off of this. Or whatever. I think, like, specifically the Predator Badlands movie.
it's the whole world, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you barely in the movie, obviously Devin, but like, it's just like you go to obviously a certain part of the movie. So I'm like, the whole planet's crazy, bro. Like, you could totally just bullshit your way
Yeah.
of making a story for that game, bro.
But
Because, yeah.
also, why does he want to make a video game of this? He's got a whole fucking thumb drive of ideas. Go make your own, like, you know.
It was Ellie Fanning, right, dude? That's it, bro. He's like,
I
I'm
know, but
coming
just
for
like,
you.
go make your own thing, dude. Like, you have all these ideas. Like, I don't know, like.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like, from what you guys are saying, it seems like it could be made into a video game, but it's like, I feel like, I don't know, too weird for what this is.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
how I
said. Maybe,
feel.
maybe not
As long
him.
as it's not from Ubisoft, as long as it's not Ubisoft, I'm fucking fine with it, bro.
Oh my god.
Well, who made the most recent Predator game?
Predator
like
Hunting
the-
Grounds?
Yeah.
It's Ilphonic. But
Who the fuck is that?
they
Who's
they
their
do.
publisher?
I think they're their own publisher.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. Let them do it then.
But see, no, they specialize in
It's like that Dead. It's like Dead by Daylight. Kind
yeah,
of thing.
they specialize in those types of games. If you look at like they made that Friday the 13th game, they
Gotcha.
made I want to say they made that Evil Dead game. They might have even done like the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game. They made the Ghostbusters game that recently came out, a couple years ago, or whatever. That's a 4v1. Like that's the type of games they do. Which kind of sucks because like they made this pretty awesome game called Nexus some years ago on the 360. It's just an arena shooter, but it's pretty good, or was pretty good. So like, I mean, if they made that, but yeah, they kind of just do those like
I would like,
multiplayer
yeah.
games.
So what
Okay,
you're saying is if they made
do the new
Evolve, it wouldn't have
Halloween.
been dog
They're doing the
shit.
new Halloween movie. I mean, the new Halloween game.
Honestly, if they made Evolve, it probably would have been pretty good. Because they're pretty good at it. They're pretty good at those types of games. They probably should have been the ones to like make a new zombie style game, like in the vein of Left 4 Dead. Because it seems like they know what they're doing with that style of game.
They did a fucking Star Citizen. They did a zombie game. Dead Alliance. Looks like
Oh, they did Dead Alliance. That's kind of
Armored Warfare. They did stuff with Evolve.
They did. Ooh, maybe it's just.
It's on their past shit, bro.
Huh,
And I
yeah.
think they probably worked with them, but Turtle Rock's the one that fucking did the main shit. They probably just a side little studio, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at their past projects and support, so I'm assuming they supported Evolve and Star Citizen. Because there's no fucking way they did Star Citizen, bro. But like the game that they have is like Hunting Predator, Killer Clowns, Ghostbusters, game called Arcade Gideon or something like that.
Arcade
and then
again.
Halloween.
Arcade again.
Gaiden, and then Halloween. That's coming out next year.
But yeah, like if you look at the publishing, like okay, I guess Sony Interactive published Predator, but then they publish it, I guess now. Oh, because now it is on like Xbox and stuff. But like they publish Ghostbusters, they publish Killer Clowns, they publish Halloween. Like they publish their own games, or they haven't published Halloween. Halloween hasn't come out yet, but they're making a Halloween game. So
Yeah, that was during like the. Yeah, because of September 8th. Dude, oh, sorry, I'm on their website. Like, like Michael like follows your mouse around.
well,
Like, you're going left and right. It's crazy.
Devin, you played the Ghostbusters game, right, with me?
Yeah, we played it for a little bit.
Yeah, I still play that game every so often. I do like that game. It's fun. It's good. It's one of those games that I think you could like. I feel like playing a couple matches. Then you play a couple matches. Then you put it down for maybe a month or two. But then you could go back to it. They're pretty good at that style of game. So like, and I did play a little bit of Friday the 13th. Like, yeah.
The only reason, obviously, we know, like, the only reason why Friday the 13th died is because the licensing for all that shit's just so fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't played Predator Hunting Grounds, but I mean, obviously it's it did well enough because the game came out in 2020. It was originally a PlayStation exclusive, and I think it came out last year or maybe earlier this year for Xbox. So like,
Yeah, I saw it came out like April last year.
yeah. So like, obviously the Predator's been pretty good for them, or it's popular enough that they were like, we're just gonna release it on Xbox as well, and like they still support Ghostbusters and Killer Clowns. Like a lot of people still like I've seen a lot of people still talk about that game, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game. So I mean, that kind of sucks with the Friday the 13th thing. They're pretty good with that, but I wouldn't like. I don't know.
I want like a Predator game, kind of like an open world, obviously, just like more like a maybe that one. Oh, shit, I'm trying to think. Alex Mercer, remember the guy with the fucking like the fucking Blade of Demon shit, right? There's Prototype. There you go.
Prototype, yeah,
Kind of
Prototype.
kind of like a big open world like that, Spider-Man shit. Just running around with Predator shit or something like that in the jungle. It'd be kind of cool. Or fucking the city. Who gives a shit? Like half city, half thing from like Predator 2.
Honestly, I know that you're like, you made the joke like, no, you wouldn't, or whatever the lament about it. But honestly, I kind of wouldn't mind if like maybe Ubisoft did make it, because that's their bread and butter. Yeah, they are kind of boring games because that's all they do. But like they do make those like open world games, and like this Predator Badlands could work as a open world. Just you're in the forest and you're doing just all this stuff and everything's trying to kill you. Because like, yeah, obviously Devin, you said you didn't watch the movie, but like Devin, you watched that movie. Like literally everything is trying to kill the main character in that fucking, like, I'm not kidding when I say everything. When I'm not like being hyperbolic. There are like, there's one scene where like he's going to run through grass and the character's like, no, don't do that. That grass will kill you. Yeah. Like everything, so I don't know. I can't think of any other studios that are like that prominent with making like open world games where you could just like have a bunch of like quests and all this stuff or whatever that aren't like RPGs or something. Like just straight up RPGs. Or I don't know, like maybe gunfire games.
Dude, fucking use that fucking Avatar, bro. Look at Avatar.
That's why I don't know. I can't think of any other like who could do it. Maybe get Rockstar to do it, or not Rockstar, Rocksteady to do it. I mean,
Fuck it, dude. Make it a Lego Predator movie.
Oh shit!
Lego Predator fucking game. Bro.
I would play the shit out of a Lego Predator movie. Actually, a game like if they had a Lego Predator game that like spanned all the movies, like Predator, Predator 2, AVP Requiem, Predators, The Predator, Prey, Killer of Killers. I would play the shit out of that. Actually, that would be kind of hilarious. Like, especially too because like I would love to see what it would look like when you rip the fucking head off of an enemy and you see like a Lego spine. Like, I want that now. What do I have to do? Who do I have to blow to get this done?
I think you just have to let us oil you up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Hold him down.
All right. But yeah, Predator Badlands, a video game. Kojima would like to do it. Probably not going to happen anytime
He's
soon,
not.
but yeah.
No, he's still gonna work his like other Death Stranding games, right?
I mean, there's probably not going to be.
genre.
There's probably not going to be a Badlands video game or a Predator video game anyway. So, all right. So let's talk about some AI. Our favorite subject this past year, basically. But now let's talk about AI when it comes to Xbox. I don't remember what we were talking about it for last week, Devin. There was just, I think, everybody. But, yeah, there's now reports and all that stuff coming out that Halo Studios is going all in on Gen AI. But it's not just Halo Studios. It's Xbox. Like, they're apparently hiring for experts for Gears and Forza as well. So they want to. I mean, that's why they had, like, you know, the studio closures and layoffs earlier this year and canceling Perfect Dark and all that, was because they're freeing up money to make AI data centers and all that stuff, like to really go in on all that.
Just cost people some job, bro, and just to get AI.
Even though Microsoft made like what, billions of dollars.
Yeah, but
It's so stupid. They're like,
yeah.
I know you have to for shareholders and stuff. It's just like but you guys realize you still like are making money. It's not like they had to cut jobs because like they didn't. That's the frustrating part. It's like, well, we told shareholders we were gonna have 5% growth, and we're only at 4%, so we're gonna fire people. It's like, okay, well, you guys still made money, you know. It's not like you lost money. That's the frustrating part. It's like you just didn't make as much as you thought you were going to.
That's corporate America for you.
I know.
But yeah, we're just. I mean, obviously, we don't really have to stay too long on this because I'm pretty sure you guys are still on the same boat or same thought process. Like, you're cool with Gen AI or AI being used for stuff that's just to help out and to, like, yeah, you know, get that little bit done, but don't have it be the bulk of everything or actually legitimately creating stuff.
Yeah. Better not be writing dialogue for the fucking story. You're like, I don't like if so like a writer's like, I don't know how to like connect this part, and they're having AI help them write part of the story. It's like, no. Like it's gonna be a dog shit if you have that happening.
Like, what'd you go to school for? You know, if you can't. Like, just...
But yeah, I guess it's just the reminder that AI is here, and I said it in the Discord. Like, AI is it's here. Like, we're gonna get run over it with the pushback or whatever. I don't remember what I said exactly, but yeah, like we can't stop it. We can't stop it. There we go. I said AI is taking over, and we're just all gonna get run over, trying to push back at it. And obviously it's not popular. I mean, when we talked about it last week, Devin, you know, there was the whole because that was last week, right? The whole Expedition 33 being disqualified and all that stuff.
For the indie ones, because they use placeholders, right?
Yeah.
And then they removed it later, but
then you see,
they hated it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people like saying, basically turning their back on the game, like, oh, I can't believe I supported this game. They used AI. And just anytime you hear AI is being used, people are like, well, no, I'm not purchasing this game. They lost a sale with me and things like that. But it's just
shit, but whatever.
It's just going to keep happening. The same thing with
like fucking ARC Raiders. They use AI. Oh, ARC Raiders trash. I'm like,
yeah.
They're using it the right way.
They're using it in a way that's not like developing the game. It's to assist with the game, so they could actually get it out the door and everything. Because again, like, the discussion last week also pertained to, like, there's probably going to be crunch going on with the development of Intergalactic. Yeah, Intergalactic, right? That's what it's called.
2030.
Yeah.
You're gonna have crunch. Are you fucking serious?
For the new
Same.
Naughty Dog game that people are gonna have to start working overtime and everything. So yeah, they're gonna probably have crunch for that.
Because they want like a playable demo for essentially Sony to, like, a playtest demo to see what it's gonna be like.
Yeah. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people are gonna have to pick their.
Let me guess, a cover-based shooter, but in space.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, at this point, it is like you're gonna have to pick your poison kind of thing. It's like, do you want developers to crunch and they spend 80 hours a week developing this video game, or are you okay with them using AI so they only have to work 60 hours a week? Yeah, I don't know. I know it was the title of the fucking podcast last week, but like, I'm just gonna say it again here, like, reiterate, AI is looming large. Like, this is just, but not even looming large. Like, it's here. Like, this here, and it's queer, and we gotta get used to it. But all right.
Yeah, but stop using it to make stupid fucking AI slot videos.
The internet is never gonna do that. They're gonna continue to use it.
Yeah.
That's
why our RAM
of $1,000 or some shit, right?
That's why our RAM is gonna be so expensive.
Also gonna jump up the prices and crazy.
I mean, what you guys sent it? Isn't who is it? Who's it's gonna be? That they don't want to do that. They want to try and help.
Well, supposedly that's not as true as, but yeah.
The video, yeah.
Oh. I forgot what company that was in that video, because obviously Nvidia's
Asus.
It was Asus.
But supposedly that's not as, like, yeah.
Yeah, I would not assume so either. All right. Let's talk about this next thing. This isn't really a story per se. This is more just a talking point that has come up recently because some outlets have just mentioned it. So we had, actually, I guess Engadget, they put out an actual article. But you had, like, people from Digital Foundry saying that their videos on Xbox don't draw a lot of views, and like, making Xbox content, or content on Xbox, is getting harder and harder to justify. You also had Jez Corden from Windows Central, like, agreeing with them, saying that, like, when they cover Steam Deck, they're getting more traffic on that and all that. But also you had Engadget have an actual article. This was the title, right? Yeah, 2025 was the year Xbox died. I'm not going to go through the article, like, read the article, but here's something from it. A little quote. Only a single generation of the Xbox 360, was successful enough to truly compete with Sony's PlayStation. Now, I wanted to talk about this because the thing that I find maybe a little infuriating, I guess, is that, like, when they talk about, like, oh yeah, we're not getting a lot of views when it comes to our Xbox content, but it's like, you know why, right? Because every time you put out something about Xbox, it's always negative. Like, lately, it's always, and there's obviously talk like Xbox doesn't help themselves with doing layoffs and all this stuff, but they're not the only company that does that. But, like, remember we talked about it earlier, but we also had a podcast on it where I forgot how many they laid off. But remember when they had those mass layoffs earlier this year, Microsoft? They canceled projects, closed studios, and all that stuff. I saw, like, IGN, for example, they kept sharing that article so much. Like, it just kept getting put out there. But then when there was, like, some similar PlayStation bad news, that article was not shared nearly as frequently. Or same thing with Nintendo. So, like, I'm just over here I don't understand what it is, this obsession with like Xbox is dead, Xbox is dead, Xbox is dead. With actual like gaming outlets is probably why they're fucking dying, as you know, and people just want to go to YouTubers for their news and all that stuff. But yeah, just stuff like that. I don't know. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts because obviously you know my thoughts. Xbox is not dead. 2025 is not the year that Xbox died. Like, we're still going to get another console. They're still releasing games. They're going to be releasing games for a long time. Like, they just moved on to a different way of doing things because, and, you know, I'm going to have, you know, and I'm going to push back on, like, Xbox fanboys talking about, like, you know, because I say it, like, exclusives are a relic of the past. I do believe that exclusives are a relic of the past. But I'm not like the Xbox fanboys out there who are saying like, oh, Xbox is doing that because they see the future and they're ahead of the curve or whatever. Like, no, Xbox is doing that because they were last place and they needed to change their strategy. But I think in doing that shows that, like, actually they highlighted, yeah, like, exclusives are not as big as people would like to think. For Nintendo stuff, yes. But, like, PlayStation and Xbox, no. Like, when you look at, like, the games that are played the most, or the games that sell the most, it's like, you only see Fortnite, or that make the most money. You only see Fortnite, Roblox, Call of Duty, Minecraft, you know, NBA 2K, Madden, whatever the FIFA game is called now, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto. Like, it's always those games, you know. Or just whatever big third-party game is coming out at that point. So I don't think Xbox is dead at all. Xbox just had to pivot because they were clearly getting punched in the mouth, and this is just their new move. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, look, I know, obviously, there's always denial of it and everything. But, like, and again, I'm saying this, you know, I say it before, like, I'm a bigger Xbox fan than I am of PlayStation. But I also look at it, what the reality is. I'm not going to just look at Xbox and be like, Xbox can do no wrong. Can Xbox do wrong? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, they do stuff that I'm not a fan of. But I'm going to look at it in an objective manner because at the end of the day, like, I'm just a consumer. You know? I'm not going to go and just be like, they're
It's like, just call balls. It's like you're just wanting balls and strikes called appropriately for either team. It's like, that's really what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, call a spade, call balls and strikes when they're actually,
yeah,
like, appropriate. Like, you see Nintendo do something stupid, like hide Metro or Samus's fucking shit behind a fucking paywall of an amiibo. That's fucked up. Like, that's not cool.
That's the thing.
You know?
Like, yeah, that whole music thing with the amiibo thing, I like hardly saw it covered. Like, yeah, there was some discussion about it, but I swear I did not see a lot of articles. But the Outer Worlds 2, like, oh, if you buy the premium edition, I saw so many articles of saying, oh, you buy the premium edition, they give you I forgot what they're called, like a non-perk. I don't remember what the actual term for them in the game is, where it's like everything is more expensive or something because of consumerism or whatever. And so, like, the way it was framed too in like article titles was that, like, you get this automatically for buying, you know, you get this thing that hampers your gameplay for buying the premium edition. When in reality, actually, you can choose to not have that. It tells you, hey, you got this perk or this non-perk or whatever because you bought the premium edition. But you could be like, yeah, I actually don't want it, so no, don't add it to my character and stuff. But I saw a lot of articles on that actually, where it's just like they're making it look like, oh, they're kind of making your game worse for buying the better version or the more expensive version. Like that's the thing that actually happened. And so yeah, you're right, Devin. Like when it happens to other publishers and studios and all that stuff, like it needs to be fair. That's why I honestly think that's why, like, yeah, if your shit is not doing as well, like when it comes to Xbox, like articles and content, videos you make on it, again, I honestly think it's just people are just like, you know what, you're just gonna say the same shit over and over. You don't like Xbox, basically. I know what this is. I don't need to watch this.
Yeah, I don't need to click and read this, or I don't need to watch this video. It's
Xbox
the same
bad.
song and dance.
Yeah. That's all it is. And honestly, like I cannot wait for gaming journalism to die, because it is so stupid. Like I don't want to get into a long diatribe about gaming journalism, but like for years now, it's just not been just, I remember when I was younger, when I was a teenager or early 20s, like, yeah, I'd listen to the IGN podcasts. I'd go to IGN for my news, GameSpot, Destructoid, Giant Bomb. I went to those websites. I listened to their podcasts, all that stuff. I stopped because it just became the same bullshit over and over of them hating on Xbox and always praising PlayStation all the time or Nintendo. Actually, a lot of times too, kind of hating on Nintendo for no reason. I mean, Nintendo's now started to do some stuff that they deserve some hate, but it's like it's always protect the PlayStation brand for some reason. And Xbox always like even just in some small things, like Devin, when you first turned on your Xbox, was it that hard to navigate with your Xbox Series X or Xbox One? Was it that hard to navigate the UI? No, right?
No.
And I would constantly hear like, yeah, I don't know how to get through that thing on these different podcasts that I would. They were professional gaming journalists. Like, yeah, I don't know how to get to the options in my, what do you call it? Like, how do you not know? Like, what are you talking about? You don't know how to navigate the UI of the Xbox console? Like, it's not a very difficult thing. Exactly. Like, even if you don't know, it takes you like 5 minutes to learn. It took me like 5 minutes to be like, oh yeah, it's right here, it's right here, it's here. Boom. Same with PlayStation. I'd say the same thing with PlayStation. If someone was saying like, I don't know how to navigate the UI of the PlayStation, I'd be like, you're an idiot, dude. It's not hard to learn.
But it is hard though.
Yeah. And now we got gaming journalists who like constantly attack gamers, saying like, oh, they're the reason for certain things. Like, I've seen so many of them just go after, like gamers or whatever in general, talking about like, well, this is why this, because you don't appreciate a game like Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and this and that's like, or maybe we just don't like shitty writing. Like, that could be it. It's I know, yes, there's a good chunk of people who just don't like female characters, trans characters, gay characters, stuff like that. I'm never going to deny that. That's out there. But, like, a lot of the stuff that ends up like that kind of has some bad writing. And is not a very fun game. Like you said last week, Devin, they were fun games. These would not be discussions. People wouldn't be talking about that.
Go play any fucking Rockstar game. All Rockstar games are quote unquote woke. Like, you just don't realize it because you get to kill. Like, you can kill anything you want. But like, when you got John Marston and Bonnie McFarlane talking, and then Bonnie's like,
Women
basically
are
saying
better
all
than
men are
men.
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like all men are stupid, and John's like, can't argue with that. Like, fucking, like that sounds pretty woke to me.
Yeah. But
Like,
gaming journalists have
don't trust
constantly
the government.
yeah. Yeah,
Sounds pretty
exactly.
woke to me.
And then I think I don't know if we talked about it last week or it was talked about 2 weeks ago, but like there was like that gaming journalist who now I guess she's not at IGN anymore or whatever, talking about like, oh, she hated the way Lara Croft looked. And like I saw some other gaming journalists like agree with her, like, yeah, why does she have to look so pretty? Why does she have to look like she has makeup on? It's just like, are you fucking kidding me, people? Like, gaming journalism cannot go away quick enough. It has gotten to the point where like it's just like they're almost useless now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You guys got anything on that you want to add in or whatever?
Nope.
All right. Let's get to it then. We are, 3 days away from 2025 being a thing of the past. So that means we're going to talk about our games of the year. This is our personal game of the year. This is not like the Gaming Chamber podcast game of the year or anything. This is our individual stuff. But we're going to also talk about our duds of the year. There we go. That's what I've always been looking for. Duds of the year. You know, let's go ahead and start with the duds. JJ, do you have a dud of the year?
Talking actually, Devin, I was actually struggling because I feel like I just played the same fucking games. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh shit.
but I did try out a little game called Steel Hunters back a couple like months, like beginning of, like April or something. I think the thing is like it is in like beta access or something, but it literally feels like a phone game. Game was laggy as shit. Like when it's kind of like a weird BR-ish game a little bit when you spawn, when you choose like a mech of your choice from like depending on like the style it is. Like some are like artillery based and they're like kind of like look like a fucking like Jaguar, but they have like a fucking missile launcher or some shit like that. Kind of cool concept. That's what I thought. So I was kind of intrigued. But when I was playing it, it literally felt like a mobile game. One of those like it looks pretty, plays super generic. Um, and again, it is beta, so hopefully, obviously, gets better. Just want every game to get better, but from what I played on the bare bone shit is kind of was not having it, bro. That was like kind of one of the quickest uninstalls I had in a while.
Oh shit.
But that's my dud. The 'cause I don't wanna try to repeat some duds or something, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Devin. Dud of the year.
Call of Duty. That was the fucking biggest piece of dog shit. Like the fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like that's the biggest piece of dog shit. Like I uninstalled that after we played the campaign that one night. Like no, I don't
You
care.
mean this one?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
That one. Because I was going through like my achievement list of like stuff just as like because I was like, did I play like any bad games? Because like yes, there are worse games that came out this year. Objectively, like there are worse games in Call of Duty, but in terms of what I had the least amount of fun spending my time and playing was Call of Duty, the newest Call of Duty game. Like no, like everything else wasn't nearly as bad as that.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. In a bit, like it wasn't as. I mean, obviously, I'm not as disappointed in it as you, because it's.
Well, I'm saying, like, it's not. Was it like I said? It wasn't the worst. Like, but it was obviously a disappointment of just like how bad. I mean, because like at the odds, like the outset of it, like the out from the outside, it's like, oh, like we get to play co-op campaign with like our buddies, but then it's just like, it fucking wasn't it.
But I no, see, I get why you don't like it, because it is basically Destiny with the Call of Duty skin, and you're not a Destiny fan. Like, yeah, that structure.
Most of America and people that buy are not Destiny fans.
But no, like the structure of the Call of Duty, like the new Call of Duty campaign, is just it's Destiny. It's just do things, fight a boss at the end. Like it's like a strike or something in Destiny. Like that's exactly what it is. Like I'm not even kidding. That's why I said like it's not a Call of Duty campaign. But you know, it's like they wanted to make something else, and then they're like, no, turn it into a Call of Duty campaign. So they had to rework it. That's why the story sucks. Whatever. Like that's my theory, that the story sucks because they were like, we didn't want to make a Call of Duty game. We wanted to make something else, and they were like, yeah, turn it into Call of Duty. Because yeah, again, I said this. It wasn't Treyarch that made the campaign. It was Raven Software, which I bet you if that wasn't a Call of Duty campaign, like it was something else with their own original story, probably would have been like pretty cool. But yeah, you attach it to the Call of Duty franchise, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
Yeah. What else? You have any other duds or just?
No, I think that's really it.
Like, nope, thank God.
Yeah, no, like I don't know, because like I feel like as I've gotten older, like you kind of like, I mean, now I don't really like pre-order a bunch of games, and like
you kind of see what you're gonna play and
we kind of like, I mean, I feel like we all kind of know for the most part like what's gonna be good, because yeah, like I went down my achievement list of like stuff that I've played, and like I don't know, I guess maybe I don't know, like Splitgate was not great, like going looking through that, but like I didn't really have like, I don't know, I guess it's just like the fall from grace, because Call of Duty, like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, like I remember when I saw that, like they showed like an E3 video of that, and I was like, this is winning Game of the Year, and then it like won a ton of Game of the Year awards. So it's just like, I don't know, like it's like ruined that part, not my childhood because I wasn't a child, but it's like ruined that part of Call of Duty, because like it used to be like, special place in their hearts and their minds, but now it's just like, not that.
All right. For me, my dud of the year, I think we all know what it is. It's Pokemon. Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a pretty good one.
Well, because look,
I mean, yeah, I know. Like I said, that I feel like that is a worse game than Call of Duty, but like I didn't play it, so for me, that's like it's not an option for me.
No, but for me, no, that's why.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is our own personal stuff.
It's a good pick.
But
it's
like,
a good pick.
Because the thing is, like, because here's the thing, it's a very like, I don't know, I guess it's weird, just like it is my dud of the year, but like not because it played like shit, or because the game is actually like playing it is really good, and like that battle system, that's how I want Pokemon games to be now.
Well, supposedly, but yeah, it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah, but like when that's all you really have, when the story is just like, again, I'm fine with like, oh, the story is you're doing this battle royale or this ZA royale thing, and then you have to fight like this big thing at the end, or you're only worried about like, oh, for some reason Pokemon are mega evolving without this and that, and it's a real problem, and it might actually destroy the city, and then you fight a big creature at the end. Okay. But to have both and to like go back and forth, and it like slows the story down. Again, there was just like nothing to do in the fucking city except just basically catch Pokemon. I know there was side quests, but it's just like, oh, go over here real quick, and that's it. Like that's not a real side quest. Like that's not, And again, like I don't care that it doesn't look like the greatest. Like it plays at a smooth 60 frames. That's kind of all I care about. But when that's it, it's just like it runs smooth and it has a great battle system. I'm just like, this isn't 1990 fucking 7 or whatever when the original games came out, where it's like, that's all I need. You're making this a full 3D like game. You need to have a little bit more, and
a full 3D price.
yeah, like you need to have more. You can't have the bare minimum anymore. It worked for red, blue, green if you're in Japan. And shit, it even worked, up to like when they were still doing games on like, the 3DS and stuff, because they're still smaller games. They were only selling, I think one of them sold at like $60 or something, or maybe it was $60. It was $60 because of like a double pack. I think they were still just like $40 or $50, whatever it was. But like they're smaller games still. Like they're you do kind of have that like, yeah, it's a handheld game, but it still seems like playing those games like Pokemon X and Y and Black and White and all that stuff. But shit, even playing like Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet had more than Legends ZA. Or fuck, even Pokemon Legends Arceus had more than this game. And there wasn't like a lot to Arceus as well. I think that's just why it's just so... Yeah, it has to be my dud, because it's like, this is your first game on the Switch too. You gotta really go all out. And they just were like, yeah, here's a game. Oh yeah, and give us full price for it. Here's just a little thing.
The first Pokemon game? Like, well, the thing is, like, it was made for both. So.
It was made for both, but that doesn't mean that... But that's not an excuse when, again, the 3 previous games they released for the Switch were bigger and had more content and stuff than this one. So, yeah. Like,
there's DLC, though. Did you play the DLC?
No, I have not played the DLC. Right? No.
So they could have made the game bigger?
That's...
Spend $40.
I think it adds a new area, but it's just like, no. I'm not going to... If I have to pay an extra $30 to have a new area... And again, you know what? I think the thing is, what made it even worse is when I get to my Game of the Year... So, we'll go ahead and go to our Game of the Year now. My Game of the Year, which was in a similar vein, another creature catching game... My Game of the Year is Digimon Story Time Stranger. That game had so much more to it. A better story. Had a really good battle system. Had more to explore. More to do. There was like dungeons to do in the game. There was so much more. That like having Digimon Story Time Stranger and then Legends EA coming out like 2 weeks apart or whatever it was. Like, come on, man. Yeah. But yeah, Digimon Story Time Stranger. My Game of the Year. Like, that game was just almost flawless to me. The only thing I wish it ran at 60 frames. But I played on console, so that's on me, unfortunately. So maybe I shouldn't really count that as a flaw, but yeah. Digimon Story Time Stranger. What Legends ZA fucked up on Time Stranger was like, you know what? Here's not a big open world, but here's, it was like 4 areas that you could explore that are about just as big as Legends ZA. And here's like an awesome story that like actually kept me engaged. And didn't feel like I was like, the pacing was perfect. It didn't feel like I'm like, wait, are they just stopping this part to do this now? No. And like when things happen, I was like genuinely like, holy fuck. Whoa. Oh shit. This is awesome. Everything that ZA fucked up on, Time Stranger was like, nah, we got you. Don't worry about it. And then, of course, yeah, like I said, I love the little, quality of life stuff they added of like, oh, we'll do auto battle for you. You could speed up the battles, things like that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to hear more, just my love for that game,
Okay.
I have a video up. But yeah, I mean, it's literally think opposite of a ZA. Like I said, everything that's negative about ZA, Time Stranger did so much better and did it right. or just did it in general that Legend ZA didn't, but yeah. Devin, we'll go with you. What's your game of the year?
Well, so does Indiana Jones? Indiana Jones beats out Arc Raiders because only if we go through the caveat because Indiana Jones came out after the Game Awards like aired last year, so like it didn't wasn't eligible for Game of the Year. So Indiana Jones would be my game of the year, even though it did release last year in December.
When did it release?
It was like December 14th. Right? Yeah, it was like December 14th or something like that.
You know what?
I'm
gonna let it.
Allow it.
I'm gonna allow it because I think because we had Game of the Year discussions for last year, and I'm pretty sure they were after that. But I'm gonna go ahead because they did release a DLC.
Yeah.
For this year, so
I'm gonna. And
it's on PlayStation 5 too. So
we're gonna allow it.
Yeah. So Indiana Jones would be my game of the year, and then, but if we're talking about this year releases, then I would say Arc Raiders, and then just as like my indie game of the year, I would say it's Clover Pit. I've been really enjoying Clover Pit. It's just my Balatro. My Balatro itch of my, I don't know, roguelites and numbers popping up and winning fake money. But yeah, no, I loved Indiana Jones. I need to finish the DLC. I'm going through it right now. I just need to get back into it. I'm playing it, but that's the nice thing. I don't know, we're kind of coming into like a little bit of a dead zone, so I can play Metroid, I can play my Indiana Jones DLC. I got lots of stuff that I need to play, so I'm excited for the beginning of this year to be able to catch up on some of those. But
I just looked. No, I just looked. We did do our like Game of the Year discussion stuff December 30th. But yeah, no, I'll go ahead and yeah.
Well, that's it. It's sad that nothing else was better than that. I mean, like our Arc Raiders was really good, and I still love Arc Raiders. So, but yeah.
JJ, I'm assuming it's the same for you.
RuneScape.
No, I'm probably gonna say Elden Ring.
Elden Ring Night Rain, right? See, I
was thinking about. I was gonna say another one, but like I didn't put enough time into it, like to justify like Silent Hill F. But I just played a ton of. We played a ton of Night Rain. We beat all the bosses and shit like that. I enjoyed it a lot. So I just wanted to give like a fair instead of like I played Silent Hill F for like a few hours compared to like all the hours you played on Elden Ring. You know what I mean?
See, the thing is, yeah, Elden Ring Night Rain was my game of the year. Like, it came out in March?
Yeah.
It came out in March,
right? It
came
out in May.
It came out in May? Oh, it was May. Okay.
One of the end months.
Yeah. So, it came out, like mid-year or whatever. And for basically that whole time, that from when it came out until basically I was playing or finishing up Digimon Story, maybe halfway through it or whatever. Like, yeah, Elden Ring Night Rain was my game of the year. And I get that it's like not a proper, Souls like that or whatever, like an Elden Ring game. But it's still, FromSoft game. Like they know what they're doing when it comes to games. Like you can't beat a FromSoft game. It's just very hard to. I mean, like, gameplay-wise, like, being able to just be a better game than that. But, I don't know. at the end too, it's just kind of a multiplayer game. So,
I was gonna say Marvel Rivals, dude. I was gonna do Marvel Rivals.
oh yeah, Marvel Rivals would have been a good choice for you.
Yeah, I like that one. Very fun game, super chill.
Yeah, Elden Ring was up there. I mean, just yeah, that game taking the Souls combat and just distilling it into like, okay, we're gonna do this quick, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's another one of those games where you could just be like, yeah, let's do a couple bosses, and then put it down for a day or two or whatever. Maybe come back to it a week later or whatever it is. All right. So those are our games of the year, our duds of the year. But obviously there was other games. What are some other games that you guys enjoyed, just super enjoyed this year? Devin?
Well, I mean, I'm really enjoying Metroid, so I mean, that could be my game of the year next year. I don't know, just like based on the time when it came out. So I'm really enjoying that. What else am I? I mean, the Red Dead. I mean, we obviously kind of got a Gears of War release this year, which was kind of nice. Doing the Dark Ages, I really enjoyed that. Star Wars Jedi, like Jedi Power Battles. That was just like I
That
know JJ
re-release,
sent
yeah.
like the meme. Yeah, I know JJ sent like the meme of that. Um, it's like a no one understands like the grip like a random PS2 game has like on a kid or whatever.
But
But
that's
like that's like Star Wars Jedi Power Battles is like that for like that PS1 game. Like played that game so much. Um, so like getting like a remaster of that. I even bought like limited run games had I got a physical like Switch version so I could like just have it on my Switch as well. Um, so yeah, those are games like I don't know, just to be able to like have a physical copy. I even bought like before the like they announced the Jedi Power Battles like re-release, I bought a physical copy of the PS1
oh
from like
shit.
online. So I
Mhm.
have like a physical copy of the PS1. I don't know. Do PS3 Slims play PS1 games? But
No,
um,
no, they do not.
yeah, so I have nothing to play it on. I literally just wanted it just to have it for nostalgia purposes, just to have and look at it because like that's how much I played Jedi Power Battles back in the day. Like me and my brother, just two controllers. Shit was hard, but I mean, we're also probably just not very good at the game. But uh, yeah.
What about you, JJ? What are some of your? Obviously, you've already mentioned them, but Silent Hill F, Marvel Rivals, anything else?
Silk Song too was pretty good. For the little time I played it, I really liked it. That's another game I want to come back to. I guess Silent Hill. Can I say Silent Hill 2 remake for the Xbox?
I mean,
Because
yeah,
it came like that
came
was
out this
fucking. I mean,
year.
fucking beat the shit out of that fucking game multiple times within like a fucking week. Uh, it was good. I guess Tarkov, came out.
It was officially released this
Officially,
year.
Yeah. Um, oh, the Battlefield 6. I like that.
yeah.
Those are my like runner-ups kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. For me, like this year, I was a very happy like RPG fan this year because I was looking at my like the videos I put out, um, as reviews or whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, that's. I had a good year. There was Avowed earlier this year, what in February. We had the Oblivion remaster,
Oh
which
fuck you, dude! I can't believe that came out this year too. Fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, fucking Outer Worlds 2 has been good so far. For everything I played, I do need to get back to it or whatever. But yeah, Doom the Dark Ages I enjoyed a lot. And I mean it's still an RPG even though it's an online game, mainly a shooter, whatever. But with some of the stuff like Destiny has with its kind of light RPG elements with stuff like Renegades is one of my favorite things this year. So like Not as much as not Edge of Fate really with the expansion. Actually, I didn't realize this. The final shape came out earlier this year. I forgot about that, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I had a good year with some of these games. Yeah, Gears of War, obviously, you know, you can't go wrong with a Gears of War. Yeah, yeah, I did like Battlefield 6, but I mean, yeah, it was a pretty good year, man, for games. Next year should be better. We're gonna get a new Gears. We're gonna get the Halo remake. We're gonna get a new Forza Horizon. Hopefully, we have Fable.
We get Lego Batman.
Yeah, we get Lego
Dude,
Batman First Light.
That's probably
We're
gonna be my
getting
game of the year.
Yeah, dude, we're getting that fucking was it the Dusk Blood for Switch 2? So
Yeah.
The Dusk Bloods, yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we'll see more about that this coming in the next few months.
Because it's coming out
It must be like February, I thought, right?
I thought it was like in mid year.
Um,
I thought it was like in June or something. Let me look it up real quick. Just says upcoming 2026. Doesn't say.
but I just said it's 2026.
Same day as GTA will come out.
Oh, that's the thing too. GTA is gonna come out probably next year. Like
I really think this is the year for GTA. I'd be shocked if it gets delayed again.
Yeah, you're right. Shit, I'm gonna get that Mega Man freaking Star Force collection next year too. That's me right there. Like, yeah, there's gonna be.
Yeah, that fan is gonna eat. That's you.
I'm eating good.
You've been eating for all Mega Man fans for a while.
I mean,
That's
you know
true,
what?
True.
You know what? It's fine. It is completely fine. Wait, are we getting Darksiders 4 next year? It doesn't say. It just says is an officially announced action adventure game. Damn. Imagine if we were getting Darksiders 4 next year. Holy shit. That would be the best year of gaming ever, with a new Darksiders game, a new Gears game, possibly a new Fable game. They're still iffy on when that releases. New Forza Horizon. Fucking yeah, a new Lego Batman game. There's a lot of good shit in there. Yeah.
The 007 game, which we talked about earlier.
The 007 game. The Wolverine game's gonna come out next year, right?
Yeah.
That looks good. Yeah, we're gonna have some. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time as gamers. Like, I don't know if next year could be, like, I don't know. I don't know if next year has a chance. Oh, look, I'm looking to, yeah, High on Life is in February. Like, High on Life 1 was good. Neo 3.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Requiem. I forgot to mention that. Yeah. I don't know if, maybe. Actually, even now I'm remembering Resident Evil Requiem and High on Life 2, Neo 3. I'm seeing, like, yeah, other games. Fuck, do you think maybe next year has a chance to be considered one of the greats? If all those games come out and live up to at least expectations?
Yeah, probably. There'll be a lot of games, bro.
Cause that's the thing too. Like, these are games. Cause I'm on my browser. What is this? The Opera GX or whatever. It has the like list of games coming out. Whatever. But it doesn't show like Nintendo games. Like, we're still gonna get, yeah, the Dust Bloods next year, and yeah, we might get a new announcement of like a new Mario game. And I mean, I'm not a Mario fan, but obviously those games, you know, are Game of the Year contenders pretty much every time they come out. Like,
Yeah, like if we get like a Mario Galaxy 3, that'd be fucking sweet.
which may be, I mean, the Mario Galaxy movie, that is, maybe that's possibly setting up like, hey, we're going to have a new Mario Galaxy game. Yeah. And next year could be really good. But I think that's going to go ahead and do it. Well, we got about a couple hours in there. Good discussion going on. All right. So that's going to go ahead and do it for episode 81. As usual, you like what we do on this channel, how our discussions in the podcast and everything. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification icon, all that good stuff. Go do the things.
So we can oil up Everett.
Well, we got to hit a certain amount of subscribers first. But
I know, that's what I was saying. So we can oil you up.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
It would help if you understood the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Oh my God! All right, so I've been your host, Everett, aka Two Beasts, aka the Beast with Least. Devin,
You're a bitch.
JJ.
Everyone else, you're cool.
Wow, JJ.
See ya.
Yeah. All right, man. And until next time, we'll catch you later.